Are we mic'd up? Are we? Hello?
Oh, wait a minute, I'm not hearing anything.
Oh, you're not hearing anything? Are you mic'd up? You're not plugged in, that's why. Oh, you are plugged in?
Yeah.
He is plugged in.
I
I don't know.
have to put it on the live first, that's why.
There we go. Let me move those out of the way. There we go.
There we go, right there.
Settle in, everyone. Settle in. Settle in. Simmer down. Simmer down. All right.
Perfect, perfect.
A bit of a
There we go.
a bit warm right now. A bit of a hot flash.
All right.
Hello, menopause.
Hello.
Hello. Anyone else?
It's
Give me
a
a thumbs up.
thumbs up.
Hot flashes.
Oh, no, not for me.
No.
No.
You're not having the menopause.
Well, I think I am actually. I'm really warm at night. I have to push the covers off and really and then I get cold. So maybe I'm gonna have the menopause. With emphasis on the pausing, right?
Oh Lordy, yes. And well, anyway, welcome.
Well, we make fun, but it's quite a thing if you have to go through it. That's for sure.
It's quite a thing. The understatement of the year.
It's quite. I've witnessed it firsthand. Let me tell you. Yeah. I think we would have
Meditation really helps. So it's
Indeed.
been a very useful mindfulness and meditation. Been very, very useful tools during this menopausal journey of mine. So I guess now I'm in year 5 of the flashes and probably 8 months since I officially officially had the day of menopause, which is 1 year of having no cycle, and then one is post-menopause. Right, so I've got about 3 years in that, but it was about 5 years ago when we started making accommodations, shall we say, like taking towels to the mountain when we were camping and it was 35 degrees at night. One doesn't necessarily need to sweat and have towels, except I was, and at first I was quite confused by it, let me tell you, in that tent, and I'd be like, good God, I am covered in sweat under these covers. Let me bring a towel. And didn't know, right? And this is the conversation that so many haven't had. And so, Addie Sundry said hers was a breeze. That's awesome, isn't it? And hello, Addie Sundry. Hi, Addie Sundry. Anyone else in the house in the old menopausal transition, which could be anywhere from your 30s in perimenopause, which again people aren't talking about. There's all these symptoms, and that's one of the reasons that we're here, because I'm pulling myself out of I'm going to call it a depression tunnel that nobody noticed I slipped into, and menopause this was definitely part of it, just because of how it was making me feel inside of myself, which I think is possibly the most important journey we can take, right? Is the journey inside of ourselves. So we start out and we're doing all this stuff to prove to the world who we are and find our traction and find our place, right? Only to get to a point to find that actually all that traction and that place mean absolutely nothing, or they're very tenuous, right? Not in your control, they're in someone else's control. And also there's a feeling of, well, is this it? Is this it? I've got how many? And then people are telling you you've got 2-3 more decades of that. If you're lucky, because maybe you don't as well, because here's the line that we start to tread at this time, I feel. That, there are people dropping off the planet at my age, and there are also people staying on the planet until 100, right? So somewhere in between, and it doesn't actually now make sense as to those who really looked after themselves are the ones who reach 100, and those who didn't are the ones who drop off at my age. That doesn't seem to play into it so much. You start to get no one knows. And so it beholds us and behooves us to try and do what we can with what we have, right?
Right now.
Right now. In fact, I would say, right fucking now. Let that one sink in. RFN, baby. It's your new acronym. You're welcome. Right fucking now. That's it, right now. What we have right now, accepting what we have right now and where we are right now, and that right now, if we can accept those two things, if we literally can accept where we are right now and how we are right now, there's peace in that moment right there. Let that sink in, because all the things that we do and the practices that we do are to feel better and to find peace. But what I just said was, if you can accept who you are right now and where you are right now, there is peace in that moment right there. That's fucking huge. Because we're not looking for peace as like an end result. It's not a game that we play and hoping for in the end we have peace. What we need is peace along the way. Peace isn't a destination. It's a stepping stone. It's a stepping stone amidst chaos. It's a stepping stone amidst anxiety. It's a stepping stone amidst even joy. Because we need those moments of peace. We need those moments of reckoning. We need those moments of meeting ourselves. We need those moments of remembering. What was that?
Oh.
Hello, all. I don't know who all is. All. Hi, all.
Hi, all. I can't see, so I can't.
He says
really
all,
read.
by the way, and I say all. Say it.
All.
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 It's like small.
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 You have to make a all.
Anyway.
I'm learning how to speak English, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway, yeah, so that's where our peace lies. And when we can accept that, we actually meet ourselves there. Because otherwise, when we don't accept that, we're trying to be somewhere else before, how we were before, or how we were going to be in the future, right? So the next part of it is in meeting yourself right there. That is now a strong foundation in which to take yourself forward, but also in which to have a conversation with yourself about what really matters, right? Because we have all of these things that we think, and then we have all of these things that we do. And there is an incongruence between the things that we think and the things that we do, oftentimes. And so our work is to get these things incongruent with one another, right? And so to look at what it is that we're thinking and believing and wanting on the one side, and on the other side, what it is that we're actually doing, thinking and believing.
Excellent.
And when we come and sit with ourselves,
Katie Johnson.
When we come and meet with ourselves, then that's when we can start to observe how we are and how we're reacting, right? We can't control everything that life throws at us, but we can learn to better control how we react to it. And in order to control how we react to it, we've actually got to be aware of it. And when it's habitual, we're not necessarily aware of it, because it's just this, it's habitual. It's what we do. It's who we are. We say it's who they are. But it isn't. It isn't. Who you are is what you do. And what you do can change. But you have to be aware of it. So when we come into mindfulness, we start to train ourselves, right? We start to have a little practice, like, oh yeah, that's what it means to be actually like mindful, right? Perfect example yesterday in the dory after sunrise. Someone came in, was talking about the sunrise, and he said, oh, I see it about once every 2 months. And he lives on the boardwalk, where the sun rises right there. And in Newport, it actually sets right there as well. So it's like perfect positioning. And he says he maybe sees a sunset a little bit more, but mostly because people gather outside of his house, and maybe he goes out and sees a neighbor and then says, oh, look, the sun's setting right there. And people say to him all the time, gosh, you live with this. You must see this every day. And he says, no, I take it for granted every day. There's a lot around all of us that we take for granted. That if we just paid a little more attention, if we're just a little more mindful, we'd see it. Because he then continued to say, when I go on vacation, the first thing I do is watch a sunset or a sunrise. Right? that's right on his doorstep in one of the most beautiful places in the world, needless to say as well. So
Yeah, indeed.
when we start to be mindful in one area, right, like coming now and sitting even for the 10 minutes that we end up doing at the end of this, when we start to do that, we actually start to notice other things, and then life becomes richer all around us without us actually doing anything different other than becoming more mindful. We're by Santa Ana Zoo, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
And the trees there, we've got a silk floss tree, which is an amazing tree, amazing. Like, it's so cool, the stages that it goes through, and the prickles that it has on it. I mean, it's just, look it up, silk floss tree. Amazing tree. It has these thorns like a rose bush all the way up its trunk to stop anybody nibbling into it. Oh, Ma's here, and Katie. I don't know what you can tell what Katie said in a moment.
Yes,
But we also have the pink trumpet tree there. We have magnolias, and we have
what's the pink little?
I think that's the pink trumpet.
That's the pink trumpet.
But we know when it's and the jacarandas.
Yeah,
And the jacarandas leave this purple carpet.
Yes.
I mean, they're just the stages, and it makes you really value the times when there's not much growth. And it's very much, our lives mirror that, right? The blossoming. And there's a lot of times that we can miss out on small things. And it's not the big things that really make up life. It's the moments. It's the moments that count and can be counted, but it's the ones that we often leave behind. So in becoming a little bit more mindful, we gather a few more moments, and we get to take those moments with us when we go. We don't get to take all this outside crap with us, but we do get to take our moments. So the more moments we can have, the richer we will go.
And we'll take this moment. How about, should we read the question of the day maybe?
Yeah, tell me what Katie said.
Oh, let's see. What Katie says, hi all,
Katie,
afternoon
so good to see you,
lovelies.
Katie.
You cannot find peace alone in a job or relationship. Full peace is in our own breath. There you go.
Katie knows it.
Word.
You know, Katie's had and has and is like as a warrior in challenges, let me tell you. And so, but always finding joy, always finding gratitude. Doesn't mean it's easy.
That's right.
But what it does mean is, that it's not outside of you. So you can stop the search outside of you, right? And you can keep your search to inside of you. It might take a while, but at least you now know that it's not on QVC, it's not on
And you won't find
Mind Valley, it's not anywhere but outside of you. It's inside of you. Now there may be tools that you can use from the outside to help you, like accountability or doing a practice and actually doing it, not talking about it, not reading about it, not conversing about it, because we do all of that shit and we don't do it, right? Checking the time to make sure that we get to do it, because it's the most important to do it.
Absolutely.
Right? You can talk about it, but you got to do it.
All right. Well, let's talk about this question that I have for today, and
It's keeping us on track.
I am keeping you on track. That's right. It's moving along.
Hola, adios.
Mindful. I am busy constantly on the go. Will mindfulness work for me? Yeah. So you're constantly on the go, people.
Oh yeah.
Don't have enough time, can't get it done. Will it work?
It works if you work it. Yes. Mindfulness. It's interesting, isn't it? Because we've got the gym and activity and aerobics and all of these things that we do to move our bodies. And we've got meditation and mindfulness and all of these things to do with our minds. And all because we actually just lost track of doing those things, right? Like we stopped moving our bodies because we sat behind desks, and then we became robots because we kept doing these things over and over again. And then we needed to do so many things that we just had to get like a shortcut. And that's what the brain's like major function is. Like the brain's so good at saying, oh, I've done this before.
Yeah.
Okay, I can go there to there. I'm going to check out in the middle. I'll save some energy and just go onto autopilot, which is why we've, eaten like almost all the cookies? Really? How did that happen? Oh my goodness, well, I might as well just finish them. I hope nobody's looking, kind of thing. It's how those things happen, you know. And so, so we've got to like stay on top of that. So will it work for you? Yes, because you know, what machine or anything can just keep going all the time?
There's not one.
There isn't one. And number two, as a human being who's going to come to an end, I hate to break that to you, you will, and everybody you love, and everybody now, right here, is going to come to an end. Is that the most important thing, like all this running around that you're doing, or is that actually maybe it's not more of a question of is mindfulness for you? Perhaps there's parts of your life that need a bit of adjustment because that busyness is probably not serving. So mindfulness would then actually allow you to see where you're like running around chasing after your tail and what's important to you. Because sometimes we need to take a new inventory. You know, we're running around with an old program. Like, imagine your computer if you still had the program from 1975 running on it. Oh, sorry, you didn't have a computer in 1975. You see? You're not even behind in your program. You're behind in your actual, like, mechanisms of what we can think and what's possible and what's available to us. And at the same time that's happened, we've also got deluged with all the information and everything that's available to us at our fingertips in an instant. So we've all been short-circuited and short-wired. Like in a massive way. So that's why we really have to come and like get analog with ourselves and sit and just allow, please may I have Buddha.
Yes.
This is the Sunday sit, this is it, right? This is the week, this is life, this is everything going on, and the Sunday sit is merely that. And the beauty of settling is, it's like the Buddha. You don't have to have one big settle forever, because even though it's all settled, whoa, something can happen, and it all gets all jiggled up again. But it just stays still. If you can keep it still a moment, it'll settle. We are the same. So we can find moments of mindfulness in the car at the traffic lights. We can find moments of mindfulness in the supermarket in a long line that otherwise would have been tedious. But now, well, fuck, I can't do anything else in this line. So, hey, I'm going to stand and smile and just be mindful. Grateful that I am here breathing. I am able to go to the grocery store. I'm able to afford my groceries. I'm able enough to walk in. I am coherent enough to know what I need. Shit, this is good. On this side of 55, I'm grateful for these things. You see? And it settles. And it settles until it's jiggled again.
Mm-hmm.
But what's important is it can't control how many times it gets jiggled, but it does know that every opportunity it has to stay still, it will allow things to start settling. And that's what we just keep coming back to. Just rewriting ourselves, settling, and then getting knocked off again, and settling, and knowing that we get to settle when we stay still. There we go. So with that, let's get comfortable. Do what you want to do with your eyes, either a nice soft gaze or close them. I like to close mine. And let your breathing do what your breathing does, right? Just start to become literally aware of it. As you settle in, feeling your seat bones making contact, feeling your spine stacking up, vertebrae on vertebrae, all the way up to the neck, Allowing the shoulders to just roll down away from the ears like butter off a hot knife. Belly's going in and out. Feeling those vertebrae stacking up, becoming aware of where you are in space right now, how you're sitting, how you're feeling. Maybe rising up a little, feeling that like, oh yes, that feels nice. When I sit in a good posture, I feel something I feel. Shoulders down, relaxing away, elbows soft. I like placing my hands inside one another and just letting them rest soft. No special way to be, but to be. And then head on top of neck. You can allow the chin to just drop ever so slightly, bringing the back of the head in line with the neck. You can just feel a place where it feels nice, right? Pop yourself into that posture right there. Don't force yourself. Wherever you are is where you're meant to be today. Let's drop into that space. We are where we need to be in order to go where we need to go. Allowing the body to breathe in. Allowing the body to breathe out. This breath that sustains us every moment of every waking moment that we forget about so often. And yet without it, we can't survive. We can go days without food. We can even survive sometimes without water, without breath. It's our literal lifeline. Take it in and it nourishes us. We let it go. We can let go of what no longer serves us. And with each one, we are closer to that end. We are spending our breath in our life. And now I invite you to just be with your breath, be with yourself, and when you go silent, and just allow yourself to simply be, whatever that is, in these next few minutes. Be your own observer, without judgment, and with a kindness of curiosity. Feels good, you can dip your chin a little further as though you're taking a look inside your heart space. Hear the sound of your breath. Notice how you sink into your breathing breath. Keeping the space of the awareness that you've now cultivated. Just your hands and your feet, just a little wiggle. Just start to move yourself a little bit and then flutter the eyelids open when they're ready. Maybe a roll of the neck.
Awesome.
Hey.
See?
Hey.
Mindfulness. I didn't know you were there.
How are you doing now? How was that?
It was wonderful.
That silence,
Those
right?
Mindful moments of
Mindful moments. Delicious.
delicious.
Right, just
Yes.
delicious, and pop them in wherever you are.
Yep.
You know, go to the bathroom, close the door.
Absolutely. What we got?
What you got? Smiling, what's you?
Oh,
Do you need your glasses?
Yeah, I need my glasses. I can't see a thing.
Deb J!
Guy drops in. I'm like, ah.
Deb J in the house. Did you tell me Deb J was in the house?
I don't think I did. I think
Oh,
I did.
yeah. Did you?
Did I? No, I didn't.
Deb
J.
J!
Deb J.
Deb J, how was your surgery? Because this time last week we were like, you had anxiety
Yeah.
because you're going to have surgery on Monday.
Indeed.
Obviously, thumbs up where you're here.
Yeah. Are we?
Wait, the computer's down here. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm not like, oh yeah, imagine like whatever. I'm just like, I'm just having a look over here, see if there's something more interesting. I'm actually looking. Oh, good but hard recovery. Oh, babes, yeah, I'm so sorry. Like the stages of
just dealing with
going through,
Doing
going
things.
through surgeries
Yeah.
and then the post.
Absolutely.
A long, long week.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry, babes. Good on you for like coming and having a little sit with yourself. We're definitely sending angels and light, and I'm sure everyone else is. And in fact, let's do a quick like dedication that may the benefit of this practice that we've done together today, and the ones that we've done together, may they be dedicated to the benefit of all sentient beings. And may we all know peace and love, and definitely smooth healing
Indeed.
for our friends that need it. I've a couple of people going through a couple of things as well and having a bit of a tough recovery week. So sounds like everyone's in the thick of it right now. So awesome to you to actually be taking care of your mind aspect of it. It's a very huge part, having our mind on board. And there you go. Yeah, to see Katie. Katie knows, like she's a warrior, our Katie. And definitely of the Weeble culture. We've been talking so much about that, about being Weebles. Weebles wobble, but we don't fall down.
No.
Right, and so we're all like the Weebles, and on this side of 55 is definitely feeling very Weeble-y. So anyway, it's been lovely.
Thank you.
I really appreciate having this space to meet with you on a Sunday in this Sunday sit. It is a self-informed practice, and we are coming here each week with an open mind, an open mic, and seeing, and an open heart, and seeing with curiosity what is going to come out of this. All we know is we're going to be here Sundays at noon.
Possible.
What is possible? We're really exploring that, and there's some exciting things happening of like things being possible that have never been possible. You keep saying to me, another first. Oh, we're first, aren't we? That
Yes,
is
lots of
first.
firsts.
And that's actually really cool, along with all the shitty shit that goes on as well. So, yeah. Thank you for choosing you. And we will see you, if we don't see you before, we'll see you next week on this Sunday sit. Bye, babes.